Hi everyone, I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love life or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. I'm going to be speaking about the second half of the May, which is one of the most critical aspects in the entire 2021. We have a total supermoon lunar eclipse which is there, and even though we have full moons and new moons every month, but a total lunar eclipse is very rare and hence equally potent. Now Jupiter has moved to Pisces on the 11th May, and it will stay there till about 29th of July, and it will only move as far as 2 degrees. It's not going to be completely moving over there, and then it's going to be backtracking till the time that it fully moves into Pisces around the 29th of December, and it stays there till about May 2022. Now, what this simply means is that Jupiter is the ancient ruler of Pisces. And you can also, if you want to check in your chart as to where Pisces is present in 2 degrees, you will come to know as to which part of your chart's house is being most affected for you. So, depending on where Pisces is in your house, in your chart, whether it's in the fourth house or say it's in the second house, accordingly you will have a lot of effect or a lot of movement in that specific house for you. So Jupiter, of course, is the god of expansion. Everything that it touches, it broadens, it increases. And Pisces is all about emotions. It is about being overwhelmed. It's limitless. It's limitless water, even flooding, if you would say. So they can be with a Jupiter in Pisces. It could create more confusion. It could create feeling really emotionally overwhelmed. And because Pisces is mutable, it also speaks about the higher consciousness. It's a time also that we will we will be feeling very psychic. A lot of us are going to be very in tune with our emotions. We are going to be feeling very in tune with our environment, and it also will be very easy to absorb things that are around us. So depending, of course, as to what is it that is happening around us, if things have been very volatile, very chaotic at home or in the environment around us, which is the situation as of now because of the pandemic, it could be that we are absorbing too much of that energy. We could be even be projecting that energy to people around us. And if that, again, depending as to which house that it aspects for you, that will, so if it is the house of money, say for example, there could be more instances, scenarios where there's a lot of uncertainty around money, maybe around work. uh, Now with Pisces, for people who have a sun, moon, and ascendant in Pisces, this is going to get magnified even more. We have Saturn, which is squaring Uranus the entire year, and I have done a video for this. I'm going to be putting a link above for that. You can go ahead and check that. So I'm not going to be repeating the entire drill about it, but in short, it's about the old versus the new. It's about freedom against limitations, against any constrictions that may be there. Saturn is a teacher planet, and Uranus is the wild boy of astrology. Uranus is not going to be listening to any limitations, any rules, any restrictions. And Saturn is authority. It wants to control. It wants to restrict. It wants to teach. And now, very interestingly, we'll see how all of this is going to manifest in mid-June, around the 14th. That is a time, and that is the time when Saturn is stationary retrograde. So what that means is that the magnitude of the Saturnian effect gets amplified. But because it's going back in Aquarius, and Aquarius again is about freedom, it's about reform, it's about expression of speech. All of that is going to get pushed against with the main Saturnian energy, which is, there could be problem with the bosses at work, with authority figures, with police, with law, with government. It's about control, and it's about controlling whether you say freedom of speech, whether it is freedom of right, of human rights, freedom of knowledge, the right to want to know exactly what is it that is happening in my life, or even about a certain law which exists, or even something that needs to get implemented as of now. Now, full moon is over here because it's a total lunar eclipse. Hence, it's that much more magnified. And lunar eclipses are normally, in any case, very emotional because something is coming to an end, something is coming to fruition, but also something is coming to clarity. It's like a veil is being lifted from our eyes, and now we can see clearly something that may have been hidden from us. So it can be that some secrets come out in the open, maybe some facts that have been hidden from us that come out in the open. But also, the full moon is a great time to be releasing things that are no longer of any use to us. We are going to be seeing some major changes during this time because things are coming to a culmination. Something is coming to an end, something is ending during this time. And what is really important is try and notice those small areas of our life, which we could have been ignoring. It could be either your mental health. Maybe you have been feeling depressed or feeling without knowing that it is depression, or there could be some underlying health issue could be there. There could be something that have may have been simmering at workplace with your boss. There could have been this underlying tension, or it could have been absolutely like a cold war, as in no one is really acknowledging. Everybody knows in the room what is happening, but nobody is really getting up and addressing the elephant in the room. That could get cleared. All of that air could get cleared. And also, for a lot of people, their belief system is completely going to get shattered. So if you have been uh, brought up, or if you have grown up thinking about a certain way, that I feel that say for example, if I need to be doing certain things in a certain way, this is what I get in turn, or I need to be treating people in a certain way, or I need to be controlling. That changes for you. There is another entire shift in your perspective that will happen, and you will yourself think that, I don't know how I missed this, or I do not know as to how it is that I did not notice what was happening right under my nose. These are all about change. There are periods of change wherein that we are being asked to change areas of our life wherein that are not only just not serving us any purpose, but they've become stagnant and we are just holding on to them like dead pieces of wood. And it's a great time to visualize the kind of life that you want. It's a wonderful time to be moving in a different energy. Try and not absorb the chaos around you. Try and not absorb the negativity, the confusion, whether it is caused by the pandemic, whether it is caused by people around you. Try not to involve and indulge in conversations that just bring about more fear. They bring about more confusion, more anger, more resentment, and an unnecessary need to revolt about, because that is what the Uranian energy is going to be pushing us to do. It's a time, it's a wonderful, in fact, not just time, but an opportunity to visualize the kind of life that you want for yourself. Where is it that you see yourself? And even try and learn from this experience as to what is it that Saturn is trying to teach us. It's trying to teach us patience. So if we were to look back, and because it's a stationary retrograde Saturn, and if we were to look back and see whether the lockdowns that were there, they weren't really bad. They were, and all the rebellion that was happening, or the protests that were happening around it, they did help curtail some amount of, whether it's the pandemic flare up or spreading up of more, whatever that we may want to call it. But the restriction and the discipline that Saturn was offering or was forcing upon us was very much required. And now it is taking us back to that place. So we can expect worldwide more lockdowns to be happening, and they can be whether they protest against the lockdowns, people feel confined, and there's almost this sense of indignation that how can you be controlling us? How is it that the government is controlling us? And I absolutely get that freedom of speech, freedom of our right to speak what we believe in and choose that we want needs to be respected, but also safety is of a concern as of now. And Saturn is asking us to be patient. Saturn is asking us to be disciplined. Saturn is asking us to learn from the lessons that we experienced recently. So, with the entire energy of Jupiter in Pisces and the Saturn, which is squaring Uranus the entire year, we need to be focusing more on the Piscean energy. And Pisces is ruled by Neptune, which is all about compassion. It's about hope. It's about service. It's about connecting with others at a higher level. So we really need to be getting out of our heads. We need to be getting out of our own way, our own egos, and connecting to the higher good. What is it that is for the larger good is what needs to get focused upon. So create something beautiful for yourself. Use this wonderful opportunity. Write your, even if I would suggest that go ahead and make a visual storyboard for yourself. Just take a simple chart paper and just stick pictures on anything that whether it is walking on a beach with your dog, whether it is living in a beautiful cottage in the mountains, or whether it is riding your bike in towards the sunset. Anything that you want, it's a wonderful time to visualize. So visualize whether it is joy, peace, happiness, compassion. And I would suggest that keep checking your feelings during this entire, not just the eclipse, but I would say till end of December as well. What is it that you're indulging in? How it is that you really feel from inside? Are you too drawn towards the negativity that is there? Do you tend to indulge a lot in the conspiracy theories and how it is that the world is coming to an end, and we're all reaching the doom? Choose what is it that you want to create for yourself, and that is exactly what eclipse is going to be giving to you. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I also wanted to share, I follow this charity called Angels with Paws. It's for the stray dogs of India, and it's run by a wonderful lady who takes care of all the helpless dogs that are there on the streets who have just been left to die. They can be little puppies who have been left in a gunny bag tied up in the side of the road. They're sick, they're old dogs. She is also, her name is Archana. She does these beautiful paintings which are in acrylic and they're in watercolors as well. I'm going to be sharing them up over here. Should you like any painting, they're very reasonable. You can just put in the comment below and let me know if there is something that you like, and it will go directly as a donation to Angels with Paws. It is nothing that is going to be coming to me personally, neither is this a sponsored post. It's just something that is very, very close to my heart. Thank you so much for watching me. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I'll see you again soon.